Monday, and you know what that means. TTR is back to discuss another AEW show. My name is Main Event RJ, and welcome back to the channel. I'm joined by the Wagwan Warrior, Meech Black, and today we're discussing AEW's 2024's Full Gear. Now, pretty good show. I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, it didn't give me those emotional pushes like Wrestle Dream might have done, but I mean, to be fair, someone died at Wrestle Dream, like basically. So I really like this pay-per-view.
Whoa! Someone definitely died at Full Gear too, bro. What
I mean,
talking about?
That is fair. QT Marshall did take that spear from Big Justice, and I haven't heard from him since. So you know what?
Why you talking about?
I'm just saying, bro. He basically died.
Oh man. But before we go, cause I didn't want to say nothing behind the scenes, cause I want to see your action live so everyone can see it.
All right, bet.
We gotta talk about the pre-show. Just a couple things, real quick, nothing too crazy. We're gonna talk about the biggest thing everyone's talking about. You know, QT Marshall and the
boom, baby. Come on. He put on a better match than most of the card.
I was gonna say he did good. It wasn't bad.
I mean, yeah. It wasn't bad. Everybody that was screaming for 2 days, like, relax. Yeah. The pre-show match was fine, and the rest of your card went off without a hitch. So everybody that was screaming, let's take a breath. Let's relax.
I was saying for the longest time I didn't care for it, but like watching it, it wasn't that bad. It was okay. It wasn't. It's exactly what I expected it to be. Mm-hmm. Complete nonsense. You know, I was expecting. Like when I say I wasn't expecting nothing crazy, I was expecting, you know, our guy AJ Boom to do like a swanton or like a backflip or a corkscrew. And I'm like, no.
I don't know, bro. He didn't do a 5-star frog splash off the top into a table through a flaming hoop. How can I give this match 5 stars? It's only a pre-show match. Yeah, no. I had to go back and rewatch it because I missed the pre-show. I completely forgot because, like I said, I don't watch the pre-show, so I had to go back and watch it. And I'm just like, oh yeah, this is a perfect pre-show match. Like I don't see why everybody was yelling. Like it was. And
I told you for the longest time, pre-show. Some of these pre-show matches are really good. So I just want to get that out the way first. Secondly, the next 2 things that are within the same match: Beast Mortos and Commander. Boy,
yeah,
give them their singles push tomorrow. Yesterday, they need a singles push. They are so good. Like they don't need They don't need the world championship yet. I'm not saying they can't get there right now. No, but if you put them in the TNT championship, the international championship, international. I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
Facts.
And if that's their peak, I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
boy, we gotta use them.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been loving every time a luchador's on my screen, I'm never not having a great time. And
I love the flippy shit.
I think it's this Friday is like a lucha based Friday Rampage.
Oh yeah.
I might have to break my rule and actually watch a Rampage because all lucha stuff.
I'm telling you, every
time. I love it. It's so good.
And I listen, like a few episodes ago, I definitely said that I hate when AEW has people from like other companies just come in one by one and don't bring them all together and actually do something. Someone listened to me, bro.
Someone heard you. They said do a lucha Rampage.
Yeah, like I'm just do something with them. You like y'all partner, bring them over because like it brings more eyes for people to see and be like, oh, I like this luchador. Oh, let me see what they're doing in Mexico. You know, it's a win-win. But we don't gotta get to the logistics now. But I'm just saying though. They need to keep doing more stuff like this, like especially with not Wrestle Dream, the joint that's gonna happen in January in Tokyo.
Wrestle Dynasty.
Yeah, thank you. Like they need to do that and bring people over to AEW and have nights like this, because at least you use that hour to start building up people that's coming over to AEW.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to get that out about the pre-show because that shit was actually really good.
Yeah. Buddy Matthews, I think the ending on that match.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The ending of that, bro said, "Let me break up a pin with a stomp." First of all, technically, should they have stopped the count? I don't know, but ow. He's like, I'm gonna get this pin stomped into the mat. I'm like,
my fault.
Okay.
God.
That was devious work out of Buddy Matthews over there.
I was saying, hold on. My fault, buddy, because you definitely did your thing last night. Andrade, because I'm on you now, I just like to say you need to get out Top Flight. I think it ran its course. I think it's time to, break it off for real, bro.
I don't know what the hell's going on with Top Flight. Top Flight seems like they've been breaking up for like 6 months since Leo Rush came back. But and then I don't even think Leo Rush was supposed to be back. I think he was just like doing an appearance, and then they were like teasing a breakup there, and then they just stopped. Then John Moxley killed somebody, and they kind of came back together. Then they started bickering again. I don't know what they're doing with Top Flight.
Yeah, I don't know, because then they had the suit, not the suits.
The flight suits or whatever?
Yes, the flight uniform. And I was like, that's so tough. And like, that could be the team. But I'm not understanding like what they did or what happened that they can't get in the trios championship title picture or even the AEW tag team title picture. Like, I'm just not getting it. Like, we have the talent and we're not using them. And I say this all the time, bro.
Speaking of an overuse of talent and the tag titles, let's get into the Full Gear card. And to kind of TLDR the tag team 4-way, it was the AEW tag champions of Private Party taking on Kings of the Black Throne, the Outrunners, and fudging the Acclaimed. Now, don't get me wrong, all great tag teams, all a lot of fun.
Save a claim for last.
Yeah. Great match, a lot of fun. The Outrunners were clearly just there to get pinned and then didn't get pinned. That was kind of cool. I like that subversion there. My problem with this is that we talked about the Fatal 4-Way idea and that it might have been not the best idea. And I'm now like doubling down on that because I feel like instead of just getting a tag match, we just got the Acclaimed drama, the match. And I don't like that for my tag titles. I would like my tag titles to feel like tag title stuff. But a good portion of this match was Anthony Bowens and Max Caster getting in each other's way, doing hot tags to not hot tags, hidden tags, which kind of mess up their rhythm and flow, and it eventually cost them the match by I think what was it? Caster was up top, and then Private Party hit Gin and Juice, and it's like I feel like we could have told that story with Private Party versus the Acclaimed. Like, I don't think we need to do the Fatal 4-Way for it if that's what they wanted. Especially if it was going to cost teams like FTR. I forget the Spanish one. That Mortos is in. LFI. LFI. Yes. Where it's like, I understand why you wouldn't want a team like LFI in there, right? Because, they're still kind of getting started and they won't let them pin anybody for whatever reason. But, like, we could have just done Private Party the Acclaimed. I feel like it would have been better if they had retold the Private Party story again, where it's like, oh, well, now we're getting each other's way. We're messing up. We have to lock in and come together. Not necessarily do the tag team titles versus them staying as a team stipulation, but that like story of them like, oh, we can't beat them. We got to get on the same page. And then instead of doing what they did where Private Party wins the tag titles, the Acclaim just break up. Because now I feel like we're just starting to break up when they should have been broken up. I don't know how you felt about it. Go.
Been broken up. Been breaking up. I don't know, bro. I feel like for their time. I will say this: their time together came to an end. I'm gonna say about a couple months ago. Like, I've been telling you behind closed doors, bro. I'm tired of them.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna say openly, I'm definitely tired of them.
Yeah.
I was tired of this. Like, I was behind the scissor thing. It was funny, ha ha, kiki. But now we gotta get serious. We gotta start winning shit.
Yeah, I've been over them for kind of.
Yeah.
Last year at All In, I liked them. They won, and then they kind of just did nothing. I was kind of just like, And then Anthony Bowens is just so good. So it's just like, oh.
And then they have Daddy Ass, and I'm like, okay.
Still.
Like, I get why he brought him, kind of, but I don't think he need to be there. There's no reason to be there. It's not like he adds anything to them. And if you take him away, it's not like they lose anything. They'll still be the same.
Yeah, I just.
Now.
I feel like since they claimed we're here, they should have just broken up during this. But now I feel like I have to wait till Wednesday to see what's going on. It's like, I love Wednesdays, but like, damn, I kind of wish y'all just broke it up. Especially if we weren't going to do a regular tag match for the tag titles.
See, I would like to say also, this all stemmed from last week Wednesday when MVP said, here's my card. When he gave Max and said, here's my card, I knew from that point on, Max was going to act brand new for whatever reason.
Yep, and he wanted to be the star, and it cost him the match. It's like, I'm glad for that, but a little faster. Probably because I just want to see Anthony Bowens do a singles thing.
Now, he fucked up because he threw the mic at Anthony for whatever reason. I don't know. But
yeah,
you were acting brand new. That was so unwarranted.
Yeah, it was weird.
Weird as hell. However, I do think it. I lied, man. Like,
you know what? Hands up.
I can't even like finesse it because I'm going to say the same thing that you're saying. They definitely should have been broken up a minute. I can't even justify why we're here at this point.
Yeah.
I can't even justify, bro. I can't.
I would have preferred either Anthony Bowens when they had that little standoff where they were both in the thing for him to like super kick Caster and then tag himself out so that way he would have got pinned, or like Caster goes for the tag and he jumps down or something. But
so you just rather them just do the breakup like right then and there.
Yeah, only because we didn't get the singles match, so they clearly wanted this to be a highlight of it. Where it's like I could have just had a singles match. So I mean, I stayed on that point where it's just like they should have just did the full breakup then. If it wasn't
like I'm really sitting here like thinking like listening to you. I'm like, RJ Ray making some points because like they should have been done this Joe like a minute ago. And like they've literally been on the loser streak for months. Yeah.
TLDR, MJF beat Roddy Strong. All right, next match now.
I'm gonna say this. I will start because I will go on my little tangent really quick about MJF because I used to be. I'm not gonna say I like MJF. And it killed me when he did the whole American gimmick thing. Like I truly hated it. And like it killed everything for him after, in my eyes.
Yeah.
And like you came back after he lost, thankfully, and you went back to your old character. Okay.
A little darker, but it's like it's still the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, okay, well, like we're adults, we could take this. And like, I'm gonna say Wednesday when he's talking about Ned Flanders saying that his mom shot his dad. I was like, oh. This is different. Like, what are we doing here on national TV? Talk about my man's past, and then you said it again on Saturday.
Yeah, just for shits and gigs.
And then you did at the start of the match. I'd rather you had saved it and not said it Wednesday and said Saturday. Bigger shock value.
It's literally that's just how MJF is though. That's the problem.
I know, but it's like you said the same thing. Like if you're gonna be the heel guy, you gotta save those big like things for like pay-per-view events. Because you saying it on Dynamite, I mean, it's Dynamite, it's the A show, but I'd rather you said it on pay-per-view because it'll be everywhere.
It's just
like that's just me. Flanders. Oh, my fault. I'll let you go off real quick.
Oh no, it was just an attempt to heat up a thing that isn't hot. It's like it's just not working. I'm over it. I said I'm over it. I agree with you.
Wait, are you over MJF or are you just over this story in particular?
I don't know, only because I agree with you with the American gimmick where I didn't like it, but I liked the one promo they had where the mask fell, where he said, I had everything, but you ruined it. I loved that section, and I loved the match with Will Ospreay. It was a great set. Like, that part was so good, but everything else was so, like, I didn't like it, so I don't know if it's that I don't like MJF anymore, or as if it's just I don't want the devil storyline around anymore. In a world of we could drop this whenever we want, they should have just dropped it. I don't think anybody would have been mad. Hell, I liked the bromance of the summer, the best bromance of the summer. I love that storyline between those two. I was invested week by week with the devil storyline. I genuinely enjoyed it. Was it corny? Yeah, but it's in pro wrestling. I love that shit. Yeah. And I was heartbroken with all the injuries because I'm like, oh, they're going to come back. It's going to be better. And then I kind of just moved on from it. And looking back on it, I was like, we're just too far away from it for it to be not relevant, but just like, well, I guess, relevant. Because it's just like, we get they don't like each other, but trying to do the same motives, it's like trying to reheat like really old food.
Bro,
where it's like, it's going to be warm, but...
But you're saying what I said literally last episode where I said, when you have people like myself that doesn't know like certain wrestlers having history from other promotions, you can't just have them come into the company together. For instance, Ricochet and Will Ospreay, they have prior beef to AEW. Now I happen to know that just by a whim. I just happen to know that. Well, but if I go and talk to, let's say, my girl and say, "Hey, babe, do you know who Ricochet faced back in the day was in Japan?" No. You know what I mean? And then imagine trying to put down AEW. Like, no one's going to see that shit.
Well, to be fair, the Devil storyline was in AEW. It was their main thing for 2023. Yeah, 2023, because we're in 2024. So, I mean, if you don't know the Devil storyline, I wouldn't go back to rewatch it. Like I said, I liked it.
I know that, but I'm just saying, though, like, you have to put in, like, what's what I'm trying to say? You have to put in, like, some type of video package when you're doing things like this. And make sure it make sense.
The problem is this isn't the big match, so they're not going to do the big video package yet. That's the problem. That's why when Roddy Strong got involved, I'm like, why is Roddy Strong even involved in this? Like that. Listen, that's even worse than MJF Adam Cole, and that's the match they want to do. That's but
they should have done that with Ned Flanders. I know that's not his name, but I'm gonna have to stop calling that because bro shaved his face.
I was like, he shaved it. I don't even know.
I don't know what happened, but bro shaved it.
Which is more of a heel thing that he did than when he stabbed MJF in the back.
I was gonna bring that up. Like, did you notice how he shaved his face? Like, are we gonna get a different Ned Flanders, or we gonna get the same and he's gonna grow it back and he's gonna have him and his two friends just follow him around?
Adam! That's all he's gonna do. That's it. He's gonna go back to the
sidebar though. Adam Cole is a piece of shit friend. I'm gonna stand on that.
Is it because he was in the back and didn't come save his friend when MJF was telegraphing that he was getting a chair? I'm like, what took y'all so long? Were y'all in the parking lot when he grabbed the chair?
If you're my boy, first of all, if you're going into a match, I'm never gonna let you go to the ring by yourself. That is rule number one. If we're a tag team faction, I'm somewhere around the vicinity. If you need to be able to sneeze on me, that's how close I need to be. Secondly, we are watching your boy get beat the fuck up.
Yeah, that
literally.
There was 4 of them. The Kingdom, Kyle O'Reilly, and Adam Cole. All 4 of them were in the back room chilling. Oh, no, they wasn't even watching the pay-per-view. They weren't even watching. They were just chilling.
Bro, it gets worse. MJF beats him, takes the chair, and is literally slowly putting his arm in the chair. I'm like, okay. Someone has to be like in the crowd. That's what I thought. Like they're in the barricade, just hiding and just gonna hop over, go into save by like the last second.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there and on my chair, bro. I'm literally just watching. I'm like, damn, they take a real long to come save their guy.
Yeah.
I blink, bro, smash his arm, and here's everyone coming down. We'll never be friends again after that night. I promise you.
I'm supposed to rely on you. You took 45 minutes to walk out the back room. Thanks, dog. Appreciate it.
Got me fucked up. Crazy. Y'all gonna have to take the bus home. I'm leaving y'all now. Crazy.
We ain't carpooling to the next show. That's it. No, we done here.
I just had to get that out, but that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that is absurd. And speaking of absurd, have you realized I'm bad at transitions? Let's talk about the absurdly good match that Mercedes Moné and Chris Statlander had.
Oh.
I don't know what it is.
No, hold on. You gotta clap it up. You gotta clap it up. You gotta clap it up.
You know that? Hold on, let me get I got my hands a little sweaty. Yeah, I agree. Listen, bro, I went into this match fully expecting a Mercedes retain. I didn't expect the match to be so good. See,
I didn't. Here's where I thought.
That's a fair point, though.
I thought Chris was going to win from the moment she speared her through the wall. And when Camille fucked up and didn't hit her with the car, I'm like, oh, man. And because I really thought, and then when she cussed her out before, I was like, all right, Chris has to win because Camille's going to come out and try and help her. And, you know,
that's what I thought, too. Like that.
Because she's been messing up. I thought she was going to mess up and cost her. But Mercedes was snapping, and she showed us why she's the best.
Yeah, the only reason why I kind of expected to retain was for the pure fact that Mariah May still, like, I figure when you take that TBS title off of Mercedes, the next thing is for her to go for the women's title, and they clearly had something set up for Mariah on this card. So I was kind of just like, I feel like, and they could have taken it over, given her a filler feud before going for the world title. That was entirely possible. I'm not saying it wasn't. I just kind of figured they'd be like, nah, just keep the belt on her for now. I like Chris Statlander. I don't see why she also isn't in the Women's World Championship thing. I can argue her promos aren't the craziest, but then why did you take away her mouthpiece by making her a babyface again when you could have had heel Chris Statlander with her manager in Stokely? I still don't understand what that was about. I'm not over it. 2 or 3 pay-per-views past, I'm still not over it. I'm never going to get over it because it doesn't make any sense.
No, because now when she comes down now, I'm like, damn, I really wish Big Stoke was out here with
her. I genuinely liked their pairing. It was a fun pairing.
Oh yeah, it was just enough comedic relief and a serious character. You had enough to where you had Stokely, who's always gonna make you laugh no matter what. You're going to get a chuckle out of him.
Yeah,
and then you had Chris, who was the muscle.
Mm-hmm. And I like that. It was a nice thing. Because he recognized her talent. It was like, oh, she's good at this. If she has somebody to help push her, she'll get there. And they just stopped doing that. It just feels like, and I don't want to put this energy out in the air. It feels like they want to do Camille Mercedes. Personally, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to see that shit. I don't want to see. I had to watch her and Chris Statlander have a mid-match live, and it kind of made me sit back and just go, you are getting real close to worst muscle of the year. The only reason that you're not is because Raquel Rodriguez exists. But if she didn't, you'd be worst muscle of the year. Because you don't do anything but she squashed jobbers, can't beat the real names, and then I don't want to blame her for getting injured, but got injured and just doesn't do anything now. I'm just like, what do you do?
Now,
I'm over her.
Do you, just like before we get back on Drama Ass, do you think it's because of her booking? Or do you think it's because...
No, I just don't think she's interesting. She just doesn't seem interesting to me. Like, her wrestling, because, like, whenever I try to judge the character, I'll put the character and then the wrestling in vacuums and then put them together. In a vacuum, Camille as a character isn't interesting. In a vacuum, her wrestling isn't that interesting. If you watch a match of hers without watching any, like, promos or anything before, nothing too crazy. I think, like, Chris does the muscular woman... like, not gimmick, because it's not really a gimmick. They are very athletic, muscular women, but, like, you know, where they're like, oh, she lifts a lot. She's the girl that can pick anybody up no matter their size type thing.
She's I think Hulk.
Yeah, like, I think Chris Statlander does that better. And then if you want to do, like, the bigger than normal size girl thing that, like, where they're really strong and they power through, Willow's just always right there. Like, I know Willow's not a heel, but, like, Willow's always putting out phenomenal matches at that, like, archetype of gimmick, so I'm just like, I don't really care for Camille.
I mean, I feel like she was better as a heel, but that's just me.
Yeah,
like this baby face, like I don't get it. Like, there's no reason for it. If you're gonna have her lose, like, not use Stokely, I'm cool. We should have kept her a heel because at that point she has no reason to speak. She like no reason at all. She just says my action does all the talking.
Yeah, and that's
beat everyone up. You have a star right there. However, I want to touch on something that you said though. If Mercedes would have lost, I don't think she necessarily would have to go to the Women's World title picture because, and I was with you too, but she got 3 people she could work with that she could make some good ass matches with. You got Willow Nightingale. We love Willow.
Facts. That's my queen.
You got
out there.
Chris. We love Chris. Chris is snapping. And we got Queen Amarada. Amanada. and we got Athena coming up.
See, I don't think it's that she doesn't have anybody to work with outside of the women's title. I think it's Mercedes is a big star. We should probably get her in the process of getting the women's title. But they clearly want to stick to the plan they have set with Mariah May. Which
can we talk about that? Because we already brought it up.
Sure. The Champagne Championship celebration happened. It was Mina and Mariah May. They came out, they hugged, they danced a little bit. Mariah baited hitting Mina with the champagne bottle. Mina turned around, caught her red-handed. Impressively, by the way, in a dress and heels, kicked that champagne bottle out of her hand. First of all, like, I don't care how staged that is. It was impressive how far up her leg got and accurate she was with the bottle. Shout out to that for whatever. Yeah. Mina spears Mariah through a table. I think, or I don't think I think they blood capsuled, but I couldn't tell. She might have busted a tooth. If she did, perfect situation. Kiss Mariah on the forehead. That's probably your world's end match was Mina versus Mariah. Which, listen.
Hold on before you go. You're missing the chain, bro.
Am I?
Yes, you are. Because Mina kissed Mariah
on the forehead.
What happened? What happened 6 months ago? Give or take 6 months ago.
Oh my God! For the Tony turn or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
Listen, I'm not good with dates. My memory isn't that great. So let's just say earlier in the year. Yes, I get the symbolism, right? I understand it. It took me 3 months to get here, and it was delayed. And honestly, this could have been a Dynamite segment, and I would have been okay with it. That's all. That's really how I feel about it. It wasn't a bad segment. I just don't think it needed to be on Full Gear, and I also don't think I needed to wait 3 months for it. But I hope the match will be good. I just put all my hope that the story in the next few weeks will be good, and the match will be good. So I'll get over it, but we gotta kind of hurry this thing up because I want the women's title to mean something again and not be. It feels vacant, dead ass. It doesn't feel like there is a women's world champion. Mercedes feels more like the women's world champion with the women's mid card title than Mariah with the world title, which is upsetting to me.
Are you stupid or are you dumb? Yo, she kills you when she says that, bro.
But dude, it's just such easy heel stuff and her accent and everything, and she's really good at her acting stuff. But she hasn't done anything. Like I don't dislike Mariah May. I just wish Mariah May would do, or not Mariah May. I wish Mariah May's writers would give her something to do while we were waiting for this. So I complained about it last time, but that's really all I mean, yeah. I'm glad we're finally starting to press the play button on the women's world title half of AEW, and hopefully we'll start getting more women's matches on TV again, because they were doing good and they slowed down a lot again for some reason.
I'm gonna say this. One, I agree. This could have been something that could have been on a Dynamite episode.
She would have.
However,
that's a Dynamite episode.
I feel like if we did that on pay-per-view, it shouldn't have been done as late as it was in the night.
That's true. It was like fourth or fifth thing on a 12 segment card or like a 9 segment card. Like, that is I didn't get way too late.
Like, I don't know why I wasn't like, it could have been easy the first thing that could have set the tone like for the whole night.
I don't think it should have been first. I think it would have been a great second, because I think you want a match to start a pay-per-view.
I'm just saying though, like first, second,
and then you transition into MJF Roddy from that, or the pre-show. They would
no disrespect.
Dare put that on the pre-show, bro. That on YouTube for free? Nah, they weren't doing that. I wouldn't do that, and I want them to do the story faster.
Listen, hear me out. You'll start on the pre-show at like if the preview starts at 8 at 7:57.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would have to be the very last segment, so you go into the pay-per-view like, whoa, that was crazy. But yeah,
that'd been the only way. But like literally between those three things, there's no reason for it to be as long as it was, as late in the card it was, just for us to something that we seen months ago. And again, agreeing with you, bro, it could have been a Dynamite segment.
It would have been a phenomenal Dynamite segment. I think that shit would have been just as good as a Tony Storm Dynamite episode where she betrayed her. It would have been so good, but I guess I don't know, maybe they told Mina they'd do it on pay-per-view to make her feel a little special, like a little extra special, like as an offer. I don't know.
Big T, listen to us, bro. I'm telling you, come rock with your boys at TTR, bro. We'll get AEW looking crazy. Give us 2 years.
Big Justice is helping with their marketing now, so I mean, apparently he taught him a lot about marketing during that
he
time.
Said, we got the boom!
We got the boom, baby.
That's what he says, and look at him. He giving spears out to QT like there's no tomorrow.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they were doing like media tours, like the Costco guys. Like they were posting on their socials and stuff, so it's like, hey, yo, TK, I hope you wrote that shit down, because that was a lot of media attention they got. I like that shit because I like AEW. So I mean,
oh man! All right, before we get back on to QT and Big Just giving the spear out,
we're not going back to that, by the way.
No, we're not.
We're not going back to that. Let's go back into another title match. Let's talk Jack Perry and Daniel Garcia. I said it before. I'm proud of you. You picked Jack Perry to win that match. I didn't even pick Jack Perry to win that match.
That was actually by mistake.
By mistake? Nah, that's fair. Yeah, I actually I picked Daniel Garcia to win it before the Wednesday, before Full Gear. And I was fully convinced. I was like, it makes sense. It did the same thing with Private Party. They're stepping up. They're going to win the title, whatever. That go home segment made me question. I'm like, there's no way. Because my thing is, I didn't want Daniel Garcia to get pinned again in another title match on pay-per-view. So I'm like, he's got to win it. But then he did the thing where he's like, oh, I'm going to torture you. I hit your bus. And Jacker's like, what are you talking about? I didn't do anything. And he goes, shit, we should go. And I was like, there's no way in hell they're about to pin Daniel Garcia again on pay-per-view. Oh, so even though everything in my brain said, no, they switched it. They want to keep it on Jack Perry. Maybe not. Maybe like, and you know, he did win the TNT title. So I mean, regardless, it doesn't matter because Daniel Garcia did win. I'm glad he won. That was dope. That's how it should be. I wonder where it's going. Because I had the thought, what if Mox was specifically... No. I'm not saying this is a possibility. I've just thought about it. What if Mox wants titles on guys he knows his guys can beat? So like a Daniel Garcia Private Party. I guess like... But then that would make sense because like, he's got nobody going for the international title. So, like, I thought about that. That's the only reason why I said I don't think it's a possibility, but I just thought I'd bring it up where it's just like, I don't even want that to be the possibility, honestly. I like the idea that he's like, you need to either step up or get stepped on. You know, he said it before. Yeah. So, like I said, I like that Daniel Garcia won the title. Excited to see where it goes. Also, he restored the TNT title back to the old one.
Thank God.
I don't see why you hated it. It was just all black. What was the problem with it? It fit the character.
Bro,
I'd be more mad if they kept it post Jack Perry. Post Jack Perry would have been stupid.
I'll be fuming.
Yeah, that would have been dumb because it's just an all black belt.
Listen, that's the problem. Why? Like, I'm cool with everyone get a custom belt. I'm all cool for it. Here's the problem. He didn't do nothing to it. All you did was make it black.
Yeah.
You didn't add no skulls on it.
Yeah,
if you did.
He put blood splatters on it.
Okay, again. If he would have added skulls on it, he should have made it noticeable. I didn't notice a damn thing.
I didn't mind it just because it fit the character. Because whenever somebody gets a custom belt, my PTSD kicks in from when John Cena introduced the spinner belt and they kept it for like 10 years. Where it's like, if you're going to change this belt design, either commit to it and make like a new title design, or, you know, change it back when they lose it. Oh, I had the same thought about the international title when they made that stupid U.S. title for MJF after he lost it. I knew that was for the gimmick, so I kind of got over it. But my biggest fear was that at All In, Will Ospreay was gonna win and hold up that ugly title and then not change it back. I would have been. I would have been. That's one of my favorite title designs. I would have been floored if they kept that USA title. That was disgusting.
That John actually looked.
That was
disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That's all. I didn't have any like deep feelings about it. I like that Daniel Garcia got to win over Jack.
That's all I got. I'm happy that he got a win. About time. I'm gonna say I think maybe Jack Perry goes on a vacation like EVPs.
Yeah, with the Bucks or whatever.
Low key, well deserved. Even though he had a shit title reign, he was there every week doing something.
I mean, do you put Jack Perry in the Death Riders? The only reason I bring that up is because him and Mox do interact very well with each other. But then Mox also was really nice to the Bucks, and then after they lost the titles, he stopped being nice to the Bucks. So maybe it's that. Maybe it's just like people that have titles clearly worked for them, so he's nicer to them. But I mean, Yuta is kind of brainwashed, but it seems like he's not fully there. I just don't know when you'd introduce Jack Perry into that, and honestly, I don't think you should. I like the scapegoat. I wouldn't want to risk that being mixed in with the Death Riders, but I don't know. Like I said, it was just a thought. Again, another thought where I'm like, but no, I don't have a definitive like, oh, he might join the Death Rider. I'm just like, he could, but
I don't think so though, because like, what's going to happen when EVPs come back? Then what's he going to?
Exactly that. Well, I think when the Bucks come back, it's going to be the Bucks, Kenny, and Hangman. Maybe the Elite versus the Death Riders in something. before All In happens, because I don't remember when Blood and Guts happens. I can't remember if it's after or before All In or not, but or Stadium Stampede or whatever the hell they call it, Anarchy in the Arena, whatever. It could be that too. But I assume because Kenny's coming back in January in Wrestle Dynasty against Gabe Kidd, and I think on Wrestle Kingdom it's the Bucks versus Omega and Tanahashi. So I assume what it is they're gonna have their match. They're gonna be like, "Hey Kenny, you got to come back to AEW. Some, a lot of bad stuff is happening." And then you get the Elite versus the Death Riders, which it really all depends on what happens at World's End. I'm really excited to see what they set up for that, because that is their last pay-per-view of the year.
Before we get too far off the beam path, I'd like to ask some question. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. And I'm gonna hold you to it. Do you think this brings Shane McMahon back? You got 30 seconds.
No, I don't think Shane McMahon's involved in any of this. I think if they were going to involve Shane McMahon in this, they would have done it already. And I actually like the idea that he isn't involved in this. I actually don't like that. Or I like that nobody's involved in this. I like that this is Mox's idea. I like the idea that Mox was like, people are just being lazy and I want them to pick it up, and they are forcing you to pick it up by either breaking your friend's necks or making you like somewhat interested in like Daniel Garcia, who wanted the TNT title, not really getting his own push, and he's like, all right, well, I'm going to make my own push. Private Party, 5 years of not having the tag titles. You got to hurry up and get those tag titles, or even risk you being a tag team. I would prefer them to stick to the whole Mox's twisted thoughts of, I have the title, I tell you what to do thing, rather than, I did it because Shane McMahon is around. So
I gave you an extra 15 seconds. I like that,
though. Yeah, I don't. If he is involved in the company in any way, fine. I'm not gonna like bitch and moan on Twitter, but I would prefer him, even if he was the one that came up with this Death Rider story in the first place. I prefer him to be a background entity more than anything, than an on-screen character. But that's I guess that's just me, because you never know. Maybe he comes in, he's like, I ran this whole time and he's really good. We don't know. We will never really know, because we're in this universe where so far that doesn't seem like that's going to happen.
Quick pause, because I want to get some water really quick. So my mouth is dry. All right, go ahead. I'm going to let you lead off so we know where we're going.
All right, yeah. So I guess let's lead into Bobby Lashley versus Swerve Strickland. A very fun match. A match that I think I had higher expectations for, which was kind of not, because I said, hey, bro, it could have been match of the night. And it wasn't a bad match. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Swerve Strickland is possible to have a bad match. Like, you put him up against anybody, he's going to pull out a great match. And I think Bobby really showed off how strong and dominant of a character he's going to be. I am more interested in seeing the Hurt Syndicate versus Death Riders at this point. I don't think it'll be this year. I don't think they'll do that till next year, but I mean, you can't not put that AEW title on Lashley, bro. Like, he looks...
You're on your fantasy booking thing.
I am, but he's gonna look so good with that AEW title around his waist.
Have a full team yet, bro.
It'll be next year is what I'm saying. I just don't know if they're gonna do it before or after they do the Death Riders thing, and I'm kind of interested to see the Hurt Syndicate just body the Death Riders. I like them more. It looks cool. Jon Moxley and the Death Riders have renewed my love for pro wrestling, but the Hurt Syndicate's so cool, dude. Like, I don't want them to do it. I don't want them to rush it, I guess, is what I'm saying. It's gonna be cool, and I can't wait to see it. I'm more interested in, is that more of a possibility, or do they do, like, because you can easily, like, if everything goes right, because they clearly want Darby to be part of this, right? If Darby dethrones Mox, maybe you send Lashley after Darby right after that. He takes that belt off him instantly. Shit would be a crazy thing. But I don't know. Like I said, it was a good match and a good ending, because they both got fucking knocked out.
Not to cut you off, bro, but like, if I could roll my eyes any harder,
you roll your eyes everything.
Because like, Darby pisses me off so much. Like, and I'm only strictly talking about what he did to get up to right here. We're not even going to talk about the main event. We'll get to that. I was going to say, bro is a moron. Why are you going to let Mox coax you into putting up your number one contender shot because he called you a bitch?
Yes.
And that's literally the premises of the whole. He said you couldn't do it. you're not man enough. That's literally what he said. And you said, and because of your ego, like, ugh.
What the ugh?
I know, bro. I was like, it is.
Bro was disgusted. I don't know what happened. That was
my child kills me. Like, she knows I'm doing it. She gonna come here and put her hand in here. Like, I can't see her.
She wasn't part of the pod, bro. What the fuck?
Bro, I know. I don't understand. But, oh, man. But,
so you don't like Darby Allin?
Bro, I can't stand Darby. Like, I'm just so upset that he just let Moxley just coax him into doing something that he didn't need to do. That's like, and from that point on, like, I just literally look at him differently because, like, why would you're so easily manipulated?
Yes.
Like, what? I don't even want to go on a tangent because we still got other things to talk about. But I'm just like that part of the storyline. I'm just bothered and disgusted by because like he did all that winning for nothing. I've been cool with the redemption story, and if he will lost, because right now there's no one's touching Mox right now, and that's cool.
Until
but
Darby.
for him, yeah, like I'm cool. Like
I understand.
So
I understand your frustrations with the title change.
I swear, RJ, if you try to save these folks,
I'm not trying to say that. I think what it was is they wanted to make this Darby's fault somehow, and by this I mean the killing of Bryan Danielson. They wanted that to be Darby's fault. Could have written it 60 better different ways probably, but unfortunately they did the Royal Rampage, whatever the hell the thing was called, Battle Royal, and then they were like, oh, well, Mox just call him a bitch.
Fault, though.
It is. Oh yeah, it is his fault. But that's why, because the whole thing, and I guarantee, like I know it's again fantasy booking, but whenever they decide to put that title on Darby, and whether it be post Mox or the person that dethrones Mox, which I think is what they're gonna do, it's gonna be, Darby's gonna get in that ring and go, I'm the reason why Bryan Danielson got basically murdered on TV. That's gonna be his main crux, which is what they probably wanted. Could have picked a better way to get there, though. I agree with you. It was dumb how he got there, but they wanted it to be his fault. That ending shot where Darby looks devastated after what happened to Bryan, that's what they wanted. They just didn't really. It wasn't a clean way to get there, but that's what they wanted, and that's what they're gonna get too. Or what
if I just straighten my bifocals any more straight bullshit feud, like, you know what? I'm not even gonna go on a tangent. Let's just continue.
So you want to talk about Kyle and Will Ospreay? Because
oh man, yes.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, probably my match of the night. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love Will Ospreay matches. I mean,
I
Kyle
got
Fletcher
1A, 1B,
matches.
1A,
Really?
1B for match of the night.
Oh, that's fair. But yeah, no, I love the Will Ospreay Kyle Fletcher thing. I don't know why you thought Kyle was losing this match. I think they were very clear that they want to establish a heel, and Will Ospreay knows the business too well. I guarantee you, it was his idea to get pinned. Oh, also not just get pinned. He got pinned clean. There was no cheating. There was no Don Callis interaction or interference.
Don Callis is hilarious on the commentary.
Oh, I love him on commentary. He's so good. And you know what I like about Don Callis on commentary? Not to like go too far off. He is so impartial, even though he's for his guy. Like, because there was a point where he's like, look at how good Will Ospreay is at chaining offense together. Yeah. He's so good at it. He's one of the best in the world. Not better than Kyle, though. And it's like, it's so, like, to put over not only your guy, but also the other guy. Because I hate when, whether it be wrestling promos or whatever, you can't tell me, I'm going to beat you because you're terrible. Because then, okay, if he's terrible, you suck too. You can't if you can beat the guy that sucks, then you suck. So, like, I like that Don Callis is really good at making everybody in the match feel important, even if he's not on your side. I like that about Don.
I agree.
But back to the match, it was just a great Will Ospreay match, and I think Kyle Fletcher is really coming into his own as I am doing Will Ospreay type stuff, but also I'm bigger than Will Ospreay, like in muscle and in strength.
Yeah.
So he's also going to throw you around and stuff. I love those two can feud forever. I love it. I would like for those two to feud for the AEW World Title in the future. No, not 2025, not 2026. Like no guaranteed dates. Those two could put on an all-in main event. I'd eat it up. They are so good together, and I love the Kyle Fletcher turn. I love everything about it so far.
How can I start this off? Because oh man. I won't word this properly because if I word this wrong, it's gonna sound real.
Yeah, that's fair.
Kyle, I used to not like him actually.
The protostar.
Yeah, I never liked him. Even when I went to go see him, at when they had AEW by me, and I saw him, I never liked him. I say he's a good wrestler, but I just didn't like he's part of Don Callis and all them. I just didn't care for it.
Right.
But now, I'm becoming a more heel lover myself. Yeah. Boy moved into my favorite categories because he put on a clinker. He put on a clinker on Saturday.
Bro,
I don't know.
Will Ospreay coming out in all black and like a Punisher style thing, and then Kyle coming out in the all white King gear. I'm like, oh, this is gas, bro. Like that's why I say it's probably my match tonight, just for the presentation of it all, and also the match was really good. I love that, but that might be my favorite match of the pay per view. And like I'll go back to and rewatch because it was just that good.
I loved how it started too. Everyone was taking off their stuff. It's just like the little things that like you see. Like they're just each just taking off their stuff, just staring at each other like dead in the face, not taking their eyes off. As soon as the bell rang, they got straight to the end. I loved it.
Someone said Will Ospreay no sold the Ospreay chants, and that I was crying. That was so funny.
Oh yeah,
because bro was locked. He said, "I'm not thinking about y'all right now. I'm beating that dude's ass," and they got his ass beat. It was great. I love such a great match, bro. So it was. Oh my God. It's one of those matches where it's like. Sometimes the story doesn't make too much sense. Sometimes the match isn't as good, but like the opposite happens. Like story's really good, okay match, really good story. This was just really good story, really good match. I'm like, it cleared 5 stars for me instantly. I was like, yeah, that's a 5-star match.
Well, we also got to talk about how Kyle almost killed Will. Boy, doing that steel step spot.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, bro, I was watching. I was like, why would you do that? What did you gain out of that? I literally stood there like, why? What psycho thought about that in the back? Because how dare you?
That's not what I thought he was going to do. I'm like, all right, I'm like, all right, we all know the Tombstone, a very dangerous move. So I thought he was about to hold it and do like a little makeshift style clash onto a steel step or something. Or Will Ospreay's going to flip him and then Kyle's going to land on it. I'm like, all right, that'd been cool. Yeah. Bro jumped straight to his knees. And I'm like, wait. I'm like, why, bro?
See, my first thought wasn't even like... My first thought wasn't even, oh no, Will's neck. My thought was, what the did Kyle do that to his knees for? Because that's... Like, no sense. I know when you like, you take real life logic out of it. It's, he dropped him on his head. But as someone that like, because I know like the move is not the safest, but it's a lot safer because of the knee protection. I'm just like, Kyle, your knees. Why did you do that? It was I audibly gasped because I thought, oh, a reversal's coming. Oh, he's gonna tombstone him on the apron, which is like that hurts. Like that's crazy, but that makes more sense. He went and like the stairs are like this far apart. I'm like, bro, you've got to like jump onto your knees to land this.
Will's not a small dude. Like he got some muscle. You gotta hold him tight and jump and land perfectly crazy.
That shit killed. Because I'm just like, you are like, hats off to him. The spot was perfect because it got a reaction and also it was really good. But also, if I'm Kyle, I'm going to the back. I'm like, you owe me for that. I know you let me pin you today. You owe me for my knees because that shit's crazy. Oh, dude.
I also want to talk about how real quick before we go into that Will definitely. But showing off, even though he's getting up there in age, he can still do the flippy shit with problems. Because bro was jumping and juking and driving all over the ring. Bro's cold.
Is Will old? I thought Will was.
I mean, he's now on the right side of the 20s.
He's not 25 like Kyle is. Kyle is, dude. My favorite thing about Kyle is that he's 25. He's got a lot of time left to do some cool stuff. I can't wait because I don't think he's gonna outpace Will Ospreay or anything, right? Like he's not gonna be around when Ospreay retires or something like that.
No.
But he's got a lot of years to do some cool stuff, and he's gonna fight other people other than Will. And I feel like if he can keep this energy up, oh dude, Kyle versus Swerve Strickland for the AEW World Title. Bro, I would like that. I can smell the 5-star. Like I can just that idea should print 5 stars immediately. Now, to be fair, they could be a bad match. Sometimes even a good idea can have a bad match. But I would refuse that idea until I saw it. I'd have to, Swerve Strickland would have to like break his legs and still try to wrestle for me to assume that match would be bad. Because that shit would be crispy.
But before we get too far off into your fancy books, I know when I let you go, you'll go forever. As we're talking about Swerve, boy, he put on performance Saturday versus him and Bobby. I'm not gonna say it and gas it like it was a 5-star event. Like I'm not gonna say it and lie to y'all. I'll give it a solid 3. I know we used to do the stars at the end of the show, but I just want to say like this one was like a solid 3.
Yeah,
it was nothing crazy. Bobby,
I could even up it to a 3.4, like 3.5 stars for the Bobby match because it was
okay.
It was like I said, I think my expectations were too high for it, especially knowing what kind of wrestler that Bobby was. Yeah. I should have remembered that he wasn't going to do too many crazy spots, but I think what Bobby does best is really good. So I was enjoying the match. That's why, like, I'm not disappointed that the match is at 3 stars because, like, for me, 3 stars is like an average match, like a good a match I can watch and go, oh yeah, that was all right. Anything under that is like, ugh, right? So like 3.5, maybe 4, but like I would sit comfortably around like a 3.5 for the Bobby one.
I will say though, I want to take into effect that it was their first match together. So maybe so that's why I think it wasn't as explosive
or intense
as we would like. I just think it's like this is Swerve's first match against Bobby. You know, and if you really think about it, he never faced Bobby before. Bobby never faced Swerve before. Swerve thought he could do his normal stuff against Bobby. Bobby
wasn't having none of that.
Yeah, he was like. So I feel like it was like the match did what it needed to do. Like it started what we're expecting to be a great story. Keyword expecting.
I would actually like to add something to that only because I tweeted about it. Them giving Bobby a squash match on Dynamite and that being his first match was so good because even though I was convinced Bobby was winning this match no matter what, the biggest excuse I saw out of people was, oh, well, it's his first match. Of course he's going to win. They took that away immediately. Was Bobby still going to win? More than likely. But it added, I think, like an extra 10% where it's like, what if Swerve clocks him with that chain, though, and they're not looking? Or it's like, I don't think they do that. They could have, though. They could have. And I don't know if I would have liked that ending as much, but I like that they're like, oh, they keep saying it's going to be as easy because his first match? Good. Take the first match away. Show how good Bobby is. Bobby's going to break a former AEW champion, one of the most dangerous men in the sport. And we're going to have him just annihilate him. Basically, not choke him out because he does the full Nelson.
I don't want to call I don't want to call the name that I know it as.
The Master Lock?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I keep wanting to say that too, and it's not the name; it's a full Nelson.
Yeah.
But no, I like that way.
To agree. I like to agree with you said too because you said that he broke my ass. Bro speared him through a damn barricade. Still barricade. Bobby's strong as hell. Boy, and him taking that Swerve stomp through the announce table.
Oh, it was so gas. He's so gas. Oh, it was.
Bro,
like I said, it was so good.
Though. And then. But I'm not gonna say it. Like I said, I'm not gonna say a lot. You said like there's a lot of high points because that's probably the highest point of them during the actual match. After the pinfall, if you didn't see it, Bobby won. After the pinfall, Bobby and the Hurt Syndicate did what they were supposed to do. I think
body Nana.
Yeah,
and they're both passed out in the ring. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Which is what they're supposed to do. Like what?
Nana hasn't caught a break since Swerve's hit the main event scene. Yeah. He's either getting beat up, thrown through something, or choked out. Like, bro has not been having he's having a great year, but he's not having a good time on these in-between matches. In between, he's getting knocked out by somebody.
Swerve got to sign off for some boxing classes, so he got to defend yourself.
He's going to get the pads and be like, Nana, come on. You got to start throwing something. You used to wrestle. Come on, brother. Hit these.
Oh, my God. But that was pretty much about like the highlight of it. And hold on. And then fast forward to the media scrum. I just want to just touch base on this real quick. MVP, bro, you are the funniest man alive. Why are you chewing these journalists up like it's nothing, bro? Why are you doing this to them?
Hey,
there's no reason for me to be this funny at midnight.
Facts, big facts. But also, I mean, after last media scrum where nobody had a question for the women's world champion, I'd mess with them motherfuckers too. I'd be like, you know what? I don't want to answer your question because that was crazy though. No matter what, like we keep talking about how Mariah May hasn't done anything really with this title reign. Going to an event where she had a match and not having a single question, not even a what's next, is absurd. So I'm on MVP side. Make fun of them, all of them. They're nerds. Say it again.
Get it. Like I know right now that like the women's division AEW is. I'm not gonna say it's just at a standstill right now.
Yep.
That's all. And you tell me that no one has questions. Like I don't understand. Like, bro, put me in there. I got 50 questions. I promise you, different from the last one.
Like I said, just an easy question. What's next? That's all they had to say. They're just like, no, we've got nothing. You've got nothing. Not a single question.
Bro, Big T, put me head of security because it'll never come back. Never come back.
You're not invited ever again. You're done.
Yeah, ever again. You're done, bro. You're done. You're washed.
Speaking of washed.
Don't disrespect. I knew where you go. Don't disrespect.
All right, fine. But let's just transition into Konosuke Takeshita versus Ricochet for the AEW International Championship. Not the best, but also not the worst. I'm going to let you defend, but I just want TLDR, not the worst, but not the best. Could have been better, but go on, Mr. Ricochet fan. I know you. That's your guy. That's my guy. That's my
guy. But I'm not going to lie to you. Like, you are right. It was an okay match. Me being the fan that I am, I really want Ricochet to win. Truly did. I was hurt. My heart was broken. Like I know what to do with myself. However, story-wise, it made sense though, because with Takeshita being the champion, he just got the strap like a month ago, maybe. Give or take, a month or two ago.
Yeah, it was the last pay-per-view, I think.
Yeah, last pay-per-view was from a month ago.
Yeah, a month.
And obviously he wasn't gonna lose on this first or second title defense. Don't quote me. I think it's like first or second. I love Rico.
He had one in MLP, MPL, whatever.
Oh yeah. But it wasn't a lot though.
Yeah, so it's 3 total, but yeah.
Rico definitely wasn't gonna beat him right now. I knew that in my heart, but you know, I could always hope.
Yeah.
However, it builds Rico's story though.
Yeah. I just think the pacing seemed off, and I don't want to blame Ricochet or Takeshita because they clearly had a match, you know, planned out and everything. It just seemed like almost like the match couldn't get into the next gear, and they were always just like one step behind. Like, it just didn't seem... Yeah. It almost seemed like somebody had jet... Or, like, it seemed like they both had jet lag or something. Where, like, they were both kind of just, like, a step back. But it wasn't anything where... Like, it wasn't worse than fucking MJF and Roddy Strong. And I like that match was okay, but it was... Yeah. It was on the lower side of okay, whereas this is on the higher side of okay. Where I was just like, yeah, it was a... It's not a match I'm going to come back to. Like, I'm not going to rush back.
Unfortunately, no.
But, yeah, and I think... You know what it is, too? It's not even just Ricochet's fault. AEW put that belt on Takeshita, and I barely see Takeshita. And last time I saw him, he was getting pinned by his challenger in a tag match.
Hold on. And I also like to say the placing of the match also was an effect. Because why? Like, no disrespect, though. Why would you put that? And you didn't really build it to be like a hype match. I should say, like like Mox and even Swerve and Bobby. Mm. Like even the private party tag four-way fatal four-way match. Yeah. And they hyped that up, but you didn't hype this up. Like, you should have put this in the beginning of the card.
You know what it is?
Yes or no?
It was a here damn title defense. It was like, Takeshita hasn't defended the title on TV in a while. Fine, here, damn, give him Ricochet. It's like, why did you do that? Because now I kind of like the idea of Ricochet building up to beat Takeshita. Well, you kind of just threw it away. It's like, it's like I said, it's not the worst thing on this card. It could have been worse. I think Takeshita and Ricochet are too good to have a bad match. It definitely could have been better. They're too good to have bad matches. One thing, I hate his new finisher. That running clothesline where he sits in the corner and pretend loads a gun. First of all, that whole action, too long. Way too long. Because he pulls out both, inserts, cocks, then it's too much.
And you know how long I'm gonna try and defend it? I can't defend it, bro.
Oh, okay.
I can't.
I'll say there's no way.
I try, but I can't defend because I agree it takes too.
It's weird.
it's like it reminds you of the Hidden Blade. I know we're not comparing,
but the Hidden Blade's good. Like I was the Hidden Blade, even when it's not the Hidden Blade, I think he calls it something else where he like runs at him and it's like hits him in the face with the running elbow.
Yeah, that
is so cool looking, but this sliding lariat thing doesn't look good, and the weird gun motions you do doesn't look good either.
No.
If he wants to keep it, he's got to 1, make the clothesline look like it hits harder, and 2, change that little reload animation thing. Do something where like, I don't know, something where you like pretend that you're like tracking the bullet and then you become the bullet. But this loading the gun thing and then it's too much. Where it's like, I get it's a ricochet. He's all ricochet.
Hold on, RJ. Now you cooked with that. That was old finisher. Nah, that you cooked with that.
Because if you just like finger guns are like a thing in wrestling, but it's really prominent in AEW. So just go this, boom, and then like line up and then do it, and then just make the clothesline look efficient, like really hard. It looked cooler, but like I said, it looks like me. I got you. It looks like when I first went to the shooting range a couple weeks ago, where I'm like, all right, let me make sure that I got this loaded. But it's like, bro, it's an imaginary gun. You can just and be done. But he takes his time. He's like inspecting the gun before he starts to run. I'm like, all right, bro, hit the Call of Duty inspect button.
But
he's
being creative though, so like I get it.
And I agree with that. Yeah,
I'm telling you, we gotta clip that because that's a crazy ass idea. We gotta put it on Twitter and tag
send it to him.
Hey, my boy Rico. We got an idea for you. That's gold.
Because like
I will say
when I think about, I'm sorry, just one last thing. Because like the Hidden Blade, right? Like when they're set up, that him having like he's like that and the arm pad pull is so gas.
It makes sense.
I see that winning a main event of All In for the AEW World Title. I don't see all this winning anything because it's so much.
But again, he has a chance to. Because he's trying new things, obviously.
I'll give him credit for that, because some people wouldn't do that. They wouldn't try new things.
And I love that. So, which is why I'm not mad. Like, I love that he's trying these different things. I love he's trying the different fits he puts together, whether it be the regular shorts, the regular trunks, or the pants. Like, I like the pants better, but I like that he's trying different things, see what fits and what doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Regardless to what everyone else said, they say that he's changing. I love that.
Yeah, because he can't do that. He couldn't do that back in WWE. You were either over or you weren't on TV for 6 months. So
and
I like that he gets a chance to try some things and just like experiment. Because you can argue that this match was an experiment where he tried to be a slower paced wrestler. Did it work? Not really, but you now know what you can work on for that. So I mean,
and I will say before we move on to the main event, I love how he lost because now he has a reason harder. He has a reason to train and possibly enter into C2. Talk about that after the main event because I got a gripe with that.
Oh, dude, I didn't even think of putting Ricochet. Okay, I don't want to talk about it because I fucking love the C2. Oh, dude, I can't. I'm so excited.
Talk about after the main event. We'll do
Hell, we might actually have to do a full Continental Classic episode once the list get announced, like for who's on what league. I'd love to talk about that. All right, main event time. Damn it, they did it again. Orange Cassidy versus Jon Moxley for the AEW World Championship. I saw something on Twitter that said the stipulation for a championship match now is having to survive Mox, and I think that's amazing. And I think they need to keep that energy because Mox and Ost. I rewatched their match from last year, and I'm like, damn, that match was so good. I hope they get even a shred of that in here.
Yeah.
You know the picture of the horse split into 3 where it's a fire horse all the way across? I ain't never seen OC and Jon Moxley have a bad match.
Listen.
Oh, I love those two. They clash so. They are such a difference in styles and sizes. Oh, I fucking love this match.
Moxley, hold on. Talking about sizes. Moxley's been hitting the gym, bro.
He looks deranged. He looks like he's hopped up on something, and that thing is like, you know, like when they make jokes about like doing hard drugs and like cartoons, and they just like pump iron continuously. That's what I feel like Jon Moxley does in between shows. It's just snort this, pump iron until it's time to get in front of the camera. That's what it looks like.
Fucking like Popeye when he took his spinach, like bro got big ass arms.
Oh,
like,
dude, I love
Mox is huge. Like bro's got some muscle on him.
And he's violent, and I love that.
Bro, the nails digging in OC's back and drawing blood.
Yeah.
No.
You're not doing that to me, dog.
No.
You're not doing it.
I'm sorry, no. You're going to see, because I know that shower is going to hurt, like, and then pouring alcohol on your back to clean it. Oh.
Bro, that
I'll die.
Biting his bloody forehead where he's bleeding.
Bro.
Hangman drank Swerve's blood, and that gave me the exact same reaction. I'm like, stop. Get his blood out of your mouth now.
I want to know
disgusting.
what are we doing sitting on like a Tuesday afternoon AO box? Let's talk about what I'm about to do in this match. Mox gonna look at OC and say, "Hey, bro, I'm about to dig my sharp ass nails
into your back
and possibly draw blood." All right, cool. I'm gonna bite you. Just know it may hurt. You may be bleeding, but I'm gonna take some blood in my mouth.
I'm gonna know what you taste like in a minute. Give me a second. He's like, wait a second. What did you just say to me? And then he just bit him. I'm just like,
and then hold on. What makes it worse? They go through this amongst themselves and think this shit's okay. And they have the audacity to go to Big T and be like, "Hey, yo, Tony, this
Tony,
is what we're gonna do.
I'm gonna taste this blood real quick." It's like, what? You said you're gonna do what on my pay-per-view that I have to sell for money for ad revenue? Can you relax? And they just went and did it. I was like, you know what?
Bro, I don't understand.
Is his writing fire? Wait a second.
But I like to say though, it adds to the shock value because you're doing things you will never see on. Crazy and disgusting, but I want to see it again. It was just as bad when Darby Allin came out with the thrower.
Yeah, because my biggest gripe with the Death Riders is that ever since the plastic bag incident, you really haven't felt as scary. And I know you can't really go, like, what's next? Stabbing somebody? Like, you can't just do that, right?
Bro, what else you want
so it's
to
like, because it also goes to the ending of this match where, you know, of course, Moxley won. Which, by the way...
Hold on. Wait, bro.
What?
Oh, skip the match?
Yes, there's...
Well,
we're supposed to describe every move that happened? Go watch the match. Stop looking at me. Go watch the match.
Like, damn, you're not going to give the fans, like, anything to get wet or nothing. You just go from straight to the match dry as hell to finish it. Like, damn, bro.
I'm sorry.
Like, can we talk about the substance?
Were we not just discussing the spots? You heard me, right? We were talking about the spots.
Bro, we talked about one spot.
We talked about the nail digging spot, the bite spot, the
all in the same.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about anything else.
Fine, bring something else up, because I was going to bring up the towards the ending. But I mean, go on then.
We got to go before that. We got to talk about
name a spot then, and we'll discuss it. The next spot I'm thinking of was towards the end. I couldn't think of one after him literally ingesting Orange Cassidy's blood on screen. Because everything else is kind of just a basic, I'm going to punch you in the face match.
The only thing I want to bring up is that OC maybe turned me into a little bit of a believer. Just for saying he's being more serious now. That's the reason I want to say. Like, OC's actually a lot more serious. I know.
I'm glad he heard me over there. That guy heard me.
I was want to say, now OC got to be more serious, though. He got serious for me to believe. Because him doing the little kicking stuff, you know, the bullshit kicks, boring.
Well, yeah, that's the point. He's not serious. This was a very serious Orange Cassidy. And I think it was a defiant spot. It was you're gonna beat the hell out of me, but watch this. Hands in the pockets, little kicks. And then he got his shit rocked. So I mean, that was that I mean, hope spots are always around. I think the scariest part about a hope spot with Moxley isn't that like, oh, you could possibly win. It's, oh, you're going to prolong getting hurt. You're going to get hurt a little bit longer. And you've decided to do that by doing the hope spot. You know what? F it. I'll go back. The start of this match was gas with the orange punches to start off. Because that's the hostility out of Orange Cassidy. The guy that's not supposed to care is literally full rushing a very dangerous individual. I thought that spot was sick, but the next spot I want to talk about was towards the end. So
that was all I had.
Yeah,
that's literally all I had.
I just want to talk about how Mox ate a briefcase in the forehead and did not care. I love that because it was like, oh, he cheated. He's supposed to be the good guy. He cheated, and it still didn't work. I was like, you know what? Gas. You know what? Cinema. You know what?
Now,
he did it.
I would say like. We could get right into the end because
cool. Mox pinned him, of course, but also the Death Riders were out there. The conglomeration came out to stop everything that happened. You know what? Willow came out, and my queen got TV time. I love her.
I was gonna get to that.
Put her on all the screens, but also
please.
Why did they dub chemicals into Orange Cassidy's mouth?
Bro, I was trying to figure out what they put in bro's mouth.
They moved past that way too fast for my liking.
Bro sitting there gasping for air, coughing. I'm like, damn, what's this grease? What's this grease I'm putting in there? They just sprayed it and poured it. I'm like,
Orange Cassidy rolls out of the ring and dies, and then everybody's just like, all right, cool, next. I'm like, wait a second. We're not going to focus on that? That looked gross.
And then, hold on, we have Willow, because we got to go in order because like everything just plays a part. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Willow starts it off. Willow comes out, beating on Camille. I said Camille.
Shafir.
Sorry, yeah, Shafir. Beating on Shafir, took her out to the outside of the ring, started throwing hands. Then we had...
hold on, wait. Slight thing, though. That's going to be a gas first match for Marina Shafir. Willow, Marina Shafir.
Can't wait.
Bro, make it a street fight. I'll pay for it. I don't care. Make it a street fight. I'll pay for it.
Willow could be in a street fight every single week. I promise you, I would not care.
Her and Chris, put them in a street fight against anybody. I'm watching it. I don't care. I don't care. Put her against a broomstick in a street fight. I'm watching it. I don't care. So Marina Shafir, Willow Nightingale in a street fight. Maybe not first match. I can understand. I don't want to do first. Yeah, in general,
Big T, book it.
Like cooking.
Hold on, we can't go too far to being bad, bro.
Yeah.
So
because we'll be here all day.
Willow out here. He took Shafir out, did her thing, boom. Now if I'm not mistaken, Hangman came out. He's out here. He's surveying the field. I laugh because Christian's hilarious, bro. Christian comes out. He's surveying the field, and then Hangman gives him the briefcase. But not just.
More importantly, Christian hit that his finisher, and Moxley didn't get up. Because Moxley could have easily no-sold that and stood back up. Very interesting. They have really humanized the Death Riders since the paper bag, the plastic bag thing. Whether it's for good or bad, I don't know yet. But yeah, now the Hangman came out. I was all smart. I was like, that's my boy right there. There's my boy right there.
And then he came out with Chris. Then Christian came out. And honestly, when I first saw him, I'm like, oh, Hangman about to, give Christian a 1-2 buckle my shoe.
Yeah.
And then he gave him the contract. I'm like, there's no way Christian's about to be flying me sleep.
Yeah.
And do it right now. He'll be a hero and a sleazeball at the same time.
I think the only reason that would have worked is if they planned for him to lose. Like, where it's he cashed in, Moxley gets up and still beats him, but
yeah,
I think that would have ruined my night. I'm not gonna that would have ruined the pay-per-view for me if they did that. So I mean, I'm glad they did. I would rather them tease it like this. Because we said it before, Christian ain't taking that title off of Mox. It just doesn't make sense. I'm interested to see where they go with this.
I mean, if they would have done it now, been the best time because he was hurt.
Yeah,
like this
and it still wasn't a good time.
But I like to say though, if we're going to say that Christian should have did it last night, Hangman held the briefcase. Christian could let go for a couple seconds, but those couple seconds set everything else up for the rest of the night. Oh man, it's so good, bro. Like I'm just sitting here thinking about it, so good. Like there's no way, like that end of the match should not have me this geek. Yeah, it was so good, bro.
But after that, Jay White came out to go after Hangman and Christian, and the idea of a fatal 4-way between Mox, Jay White, Hangman, and Christian, which I don't feel comfortable putting Christian there because why would he get a number one contender spot in a main event match when he has the contract? That kind of seems redundant. But I mean, if we want to do Hangman, my psychotic cowboy Hangman versus psycho killer John Moxley. Dude, I've been fantasy booking for since I seen it. Dude, put them in a fucking Texas death match, and I will pay to watch it on free TV. I don't care. That is
free TV.
I will pay to watch it on free TV because. Ooh, dude, because I already love who would.
Oh.
Cut it. I lost all momentum. Cut it.
I know. We're all.
God damn it. Yeah, no, but my psychotic cowboy, I already love the Hangman stuff, right? Like just him by himself, what he's been doing. Throw that at the Death Riders. Oh, bro, it's going to be that's a Freddy versus Jason type thing. They're both heels. It's like and I know people are like finicky about baby faces and baby faces versus heels, heels versus heels.
It's a heels. This is the heels era right now.
Get the hell over it, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care. Give me that Texas death match. Make them cut the ring ropes like they did in past ones. Give them barbed wire, chains, fiery tables. Hell, clear out the arena so that way they can fight in the stands. And like, give them guns. F it. I want everything. Because that,
I'm crying.
That match, because I think their singles match would be a bloody, disgusting, hard-hitting affair. Give them no rules. Oh, that shit would make.
Hold on, bro. We can't go too far into fantasy.
Oh yeah, I know. I feel like that because Mox and Hangman have a thing, right? Like they've been feuding for a while, right? So like the next chapter of their story, them both being psychos.
And then Jay White adding into it. I don't care for him, but him adding in the little bit of the range nonsense we're about to have, I love it.
Speaking of that, we didn't talk about that match because I wanted to talk about this more, but that match was great. I love it. My favorite thing about watching a Jay White match is that he is a defensive wrestler. He makes you come to him, and you can see it while he wrestles. It's like if you're playing a fighting game and there's a counter character where it's like you can just spam the counters, but you're gonna get predictable and it's gonna cost you matches. But when you get a really good counter character and somebody's really good with them, they're gonna sprinkle him in there to do counters. Bro got out of an ankle lock after being held in it for like 20 full minutes, hit a Blade Runner and won. Like I was like, oh my
bro, God. Crazy. I was like, oh man.
I love watching Jay White work, especially with Hangman, but sprinkling him in there where he's like, because he's not a baby. He is the baby face in that feud, but he's not a baby face because he still talks a lot of shit and stuff. So like having Psycho Hangman and Psycho John Moxley.
Can't talk on the mic though during this feud.
What? Jay White. You can't have Jay White. I want those psychos butting heads and Jay White just being like, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna pick off the pieces." And that triple threat, gas. That would be gas. Like I think that would be a great World's End match right there. Those three where it's like I'm gonna just let them kill each other and I'm gonna pick up the pieces, but then they have to like keep stop fighting each other to fight off Jay White because he's gonna do that. Yeah, no, I would buy that pay-per-view twice.
Hold on, bro. We gotta get back. But Jay White come out. He attacks obviously Hangman. They have their little beef or whatever. Then the Death Riders come and scoop up their boy Mox and the briefcase. This is where shit gets crazy. They are scurrying out, and I think Yuta lost the key. And so that they go and beat up the valet driver.
God. Oh, yeah. No, they didn't lose the key. Somebody rammed into their car.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. This is where Darby came in.
Some crazy psycho crashed into their fucking vehicle. What? By the way, no stunt double. They confirmed it. He was in the car. He said, let me crash this car into this. Hold on. No, that's absurd. Why do you not have a stunt double, Darby?
We're gonna get there, bro.
Look me dead in my shit. You need to relax. Because you're fucking crazy, bro.
Hold on. We gonna get there. And then the Death Riders go take the key. And then they steal a car.
Yeah, just steal a car.
Death Auto on AEW Saturday night is insane. And then Darby comes out bleeding from the face. Because I just want to get to that part because bro, there's no way you're going to pay me enough money to know I have to crash into a car willingly and possibly fuck myself up.
By the way, he was hit by a bus this year.
Oh, I know.
A bus, dog. Like, I don't understand. I'm convinced he's got 9 lives and he's sacrificing something to keep refilling them.
Yeah.
Because by the way, at the beginning of the year, he jumped off of that tall ass ladder into a plate of glass. That was this year. He almost died because of that because the shards were cut into his back and he was bleeding too much. Darby's not going to make it to 30. He needs to relax, but also hey, bro, hands up. Keep doing that shit. That shit's gas.
For the love of the game.
He isn't even in the world title picture yet. He's technically still chasing. So bro's doing this because he said, I like this shit. I like this shit
there's
too
no
much.
way. But the ending shot of it all though, of him being the last man standing, quote unquote.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then
I hate
running.
Yeah.
He said, "Where are y'all going? Why are you running?" I'm like, "Oh, that's my future AEW World Champion right there. They are ready to put that belt on him."
We had a lot to talk about today. We had a lot to talk about. Full Gear was fully packed. Like I'm not gonna hold like it was definitely something like I couldn't try and get through the call without talking about each individual boy. There's a lot of stories being developed. A lot. Some of them were lackluster. The one match I hope the story ends is MJF and Netflix. I hope we're done with that.
They're probably gonna do Adam Cole MJF at World's End. It ends where it began. Nonsense. Okay. I don't want to see it. I don't care. Yeah. Like that. They haven't announced the match yet. That's already my least favorite match. So, and I love Adam Cole, but I'm so tired of this story.
But what would you want to say? What would you rank AEW out of 5 stars?
Full Gear. I'm giving that bitch a solid 4. I think there was too much good. I think, like I said, I think there were other pay-per-views from them that I liked more because they were different or certain matches were on them. Like Forbidden Door had that Will Ospreay swerve match. All In was just a phenomenal card overall. Wrestle Dream had that that hopeless feeling that I talked about. I love the show. I just like they haven't had a bad pay-per-view all year. Like a 4 seems low, but it's really not. Yeah. Because it's like I feel like it's a solid 4 show.
I'm gonna give it like a 3.5. Like fair it wasn't 3.5 for around 3.5 4 area. It wasn't like honestly wasn't terrible. Like I don't really have a lot of negativity to say because there's a lot of good things. Yeah. Maybe a couple different winners, but that's each his own. But 3.5 out of 4. Like it's not that. It's not that bad. Yeah.
All right, guys. So that was AEW Full Gear 2024. Tell us your thoughts down in the comments and let us know. What was your match of the night? How do you rate the overall pay-per-view, top to bottom? Even include the pre-show where the boom got brought. I mean, remember to like this video, share with all your friends, and I will see you. We will see you when we freaking see you.